Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So it's Friday Freebie Day. So we are on a new set. So I've made something that we can carry on for the next 4 weeks. So this is number 145. So we are going to be making a little journal, which I thought might be quite fun. So if you haven't made a journal before, this is a really good chance to have a go. Now this week we're just going to be doing the front and back cover, so I'm going to show you how to do that, which is simple. Now this is what it's going to look like in the end. It's got a few bits inside. Don't really want to show you all of it because I thought it would be a nice little surprise for you. So you can have, this is the obviously the back and the front. Now because they're separate like this, you can either have this at the front and this at the front, so it all depends. So today I thought I would have this one at the front, seeing I've got this one, if that makes sense. And I have popped a little bit of music paper on the inside like that, so, and a little bit of lace on here. So I'm going to just show you how simple it is to put together, which is lovely. Now the other thing I wanted to quickly show you was the words and phrases that we have for this week. Now these are the ones that we're going with our lovely distress and grungy papers like this. So this was I showed you last week, and we have now the lovely words and phrases. Now we have these in the tea and coffee, we also have them in the pastels, and now we have them in the grungy and distressed. So I'm loving them. They're all the same words in each set, but they are just perfect words, so I haven't changed them at all because I use them a lot. And I'm just loving them. So you get 6 pages of words and phrases like this, all sorts from Mother's Day to Christmas, and then we've got all sort of like little is at, so some numbers, days of the week, months of the year. They are just amazing. So we've got 6 pages of the big, and then we've just shrunk them down so you get 2 pages on each one of these. So they're the small ones, and these are lovely for making little clusters and things like that. So they are lovely. So I thought I'd just quickly show you those. I was going to pop one of the words on the front because they work really well together, don't they? I'm loving them, loving the colour. So now I haven't got one ready, so I'm going to just quickly cut this out. So they're really simple to do. Now we've got like a little grey outline on here, just so that we can fold it over a piece of card. So you want to get yourself an old cereal box or some sort of food packaging, or the good old Amazon packaging would work as well. So just roughly cut these out. They don't have to be perfect because you're not going to see this bit anyway. Let's just pop these to the side, and don't forget to recycle all the little bits that you cut off. Now all the bits that I cut off, all my little spare bits of paper, are going in my shredder. So I'm going to attempt to make some paper this year, so that will be fun. So I will video that. We'll do a little tutorial on that. So I did give it a go last year, but I didn't have a chance to do a video. So there we go, easy peasy. Let's pop that over there in my little recycle bin. I'm going to take my scoreboard, open that up. Where's my little tool? There we go, this will do. And I'm just going to score just down the edge of each one of these, so it's going to be easier to fold. Just score it down each one, like this. So you've got a week to make the cover, and then we can start doing some bits and pieces inside. Whoops. So I've got some little things for the next 4 weeks just to pop inside our little journal. So it's a nice little one just to get you going. And it's a fab one as well. Have I done them all? yes, to send it as happy mail, because I like to make things that you can make and then you can send them off as a little gift, a little bit of happy mail to somebody. And they make little nice little thinking about Christmas. I know we're not even in June yet, but they are, if you make these things out, they are lovely little stocking stuffers, aren't they? Like this. So there we go. So we've scored those, pop that to the side. Now I have got some just cereal packaging. Now I've got this piece that I had left over from the last bit. Now I'm going to show you how I get the piece of card to fit inside. Now where's my awl? I've got a little sharp awl here, or something sharp, just get something sharp. And what I've done, I just make a little hole, just a little mark. You can do it with a pencil, you don't have to have something sharp, but I'm just going to pop this like that. Okay, so then we've got 4 little holes in either side. I'm going to get my pencil. I don't like measuring, but you can do it however you like. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go around here, mark it, and then just cut it off like this. Now we want to cut it just slightly smaller so that it fits inside our little journal, our papers. So there we go. Oops, there goes my pencil on the floor. I'm going to take my cutter, I'm going to take this down. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut this off so I've got a flat edge to go by, because it doesn't go right to the end. So I'm just going to, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Okay, this is just a little journal that you can keep for yourself. Okay, now let's see how this fits. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop that in there. Let's just fold these over. That would be better, wouldn't it? Let's just fold these in. So scoring it makes it so much easier. Like this. Okay, so we've got the nice, pop this in there like that, pop that one over. Can you see? Now this needs to just be cut down just a little bit more. Pop that in. So there we go, look at that, absolutely perfect. And then you've got a lovely base, oops, upside down, for your journal cover. Now I'm just going to pop that to the side. I'm going to take another piece of card, and then I'm just going to draw around this. Let me just get my pencil that I dropped on the floor. Go around this. Like, oh, I just moved that. That wasn't very clever, was it? Let's go around here. There we go. Roughly cut that out. Oh god, this cereal packet is really tough. It's nice and sturdy. I think it's because this has got almost like a plasticky coating on it, I think. Pop those to the side. Let's get my little Fiskars cutter out. Cut this down. Let's hope that this is going to be the same as this one. Just looks okay. Fold these over. Like this. Now this cover, you can actually make it like a journal cover, or you can make it as a little ring binder. Oops. It's entirely up to you. You can punch your own little holes in there, so it's however you want it to be. There we go, perfect. So I'm going to take some glue, just a little bit of my glue stick, and glue this in like that. Put that in there. Make sure it fits properly. And then we will just glue around the edges. Now I'm going to sew on mine, but again, you don't have to. I've just sewn around the edge here. Okay, but again, these are all optional. This is just showing you how I do it, but you can quite easily do it without sewing. Did I glue that one? Yep. So let's just stick these down like this. Look at that, perfect. Isn't that lovely? I think that looks really, really good. Pop this in, make sure we have got it fitting properly. Yeah. A little bit of this. Turn it around. This in. There we go. Make sure it's nice and flat like that. Then we just pop a little bit of glue on the edges. Now I'm using glue stick, but again you can use any sort of like PVA glue, white glue, tacky glue, whatever you like. I like to use glue stick because it dries quicker, and it's almost like a dry glue, isn't it? Although it's sticky, it's doesn't take any time to sort of dry. And there we go, look at that. So we have, I'm going to try and remember to put that one on the front. So look, isn't that lovely? Now we want to, I have got some music paper here out of an old book, but you can use any book paper. And I'm going to, well, let's just ink the edges up first. Look, because you can see I've just got a little white bit there. So if we ink the edges, it just hides all your little mistakes. So pop this around the edge. Like this. So don't worry about getting it exact, because you can cover up with your ink. Ink hides a multitude of sins when you are working like this. So there we go, perfect. Okay, there we go, that's that done. Now I'm going to cover this like this. I'm going to pop that over the top. Which way should we have it? Let's just, maybe we'll have this on there like that. I'm going to get my, let's do it, which is the easiest way. Let's just do it like this, I think. Take the ruler, take it over to this end like that, and just tear it off. Pop that on. Take that to the end, oopsie daisy. Make sure you're nice and level, and tear it off. So that's one. This doesn't quite fit. So let's use this one. Let's go up the right way. This way, like that. Make sure you're a little bit level. You can always trim it off if it's not perfect, but then we don't like to be too perfect, do we? Pop that on there. This is nice because book paper is really good for tearing. It's very thin. So let's pop those to the side. I did have a little bit of paper here somewhere to glue onto. There we go. This one. This is what I'm going to use. Turn this over. Let's just make sure we got glue right on the edges of this so it sticks down. Although I am going to, like I said, sew it. Let's make sure we're up the right way. Stick these down. Like that. So look, it's not quite, it doesn't quite fit properly, but we don't mind, do we? There we go, that's one. Make sure we are up the right way with this one. Oops, wrong side. Oh, never mind. There we go. Oops. Pop that to the side. And let's just stick this on. Lovely. There we are. That's worked lovely. So should we have just a little bit of ink on the inside? You won't see that bit because I'm going to pop a little bit of tape and fabric on there, a little bit of lace for decorating the inside. Just go around the edge. Lovely. So that's going to be the front and that's going to be the back. Now what I'm going to do to stick them together, I'm going to use a little bit of masking tape. I'm trying to find something that would majority of us would have. So I'm just going to use a little bit of tape. I'm going to take this one. I'm just going to sort of like pop that on. So you only want like a little bit because we need to have, can you see it, sort of just that much. It's not a huge amount. Turn it over and I'm going to use like that. Okay, so just so that we've got a gap in the middle, I'm going to fold this end over and that end over, just like that. Take another bit of tape and just, we need to cover that sticky bit up. So let's just, if we can get this off, pop that on. Now this is going to be covered over anyway, so you're not going to see this tape unless you want to see the tape. Just fold that over. So there we go. So that is our journal cover, and look, we've got tiny little spine there, which is absolutely perfect. So that's the inside and that's the outside. So how simple. So that's really quick and simple. Now what I've got a little bit of lace here, but again you can use fabric or you don't have to use anything at all. Now this lace is one that I have been using a lot lately. It's just off, I got some stuff from a charity shop, so I picked it up. This was like an over some fabric on a top, and I just thought it would be absolutely perfect. So nice to cut up. So we're going to stick that on the front. Now let me get, what did I do with my glue? Here we go. just a little bit of Fabri-Tac on here. Pop that down, stick this over. Now again, you don't have to sew it at all because the Fabri-Tac will stick that down. And then I'm going to pop a little bit of glue inside, just to hold that on. I'm only putting a little bit on there because, like I said, I'm going to sew it, so I don't need too much. So a little bit more under here, just so it doesn't get wrinkle up on the sewing machine as well. Perfect, there we go. And then what we can do, don't worry about these bits that are overlapping, because you want to just then trim those off like that. You can do that before sewing or after sewing, it's up to you. But there we go. Look at that, absolutely lovely. So what I'm going to do now, if you want to just leave it like that, you can just leave it like that, that's no problem, but make sure you glue it down properly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down either side here with the sewing machine. I'm going to sew down, and then I'm going to sew around the whole thing. So I will be 2 seconds. Okay, so there we go. I have just sewn down the spine and around the whole of the outside, and I just think it looks really, really lovely. So now I have one with the 2 different flowers on them. So this is a forget-me-not, and this is, I'm not sure, I think it's Buddleia or Wisteria, I'm not quite sure. I'm sure you guys know, but I just love it. So I think they look really, really lovely. Now if you wanted to make this into like a ring binder one, don't do the spine. All as you need to do is just make 2 holes in here. And then you can pop it together with a little bit of seam binding, or a little bit of ribbon, or something like that. But I think it's quite simple to do it like this, and I'm loving it. Now I'm going to pop a little word from here on there, I think. Let's just take one from here. Let's just take one from the first page. Shall we just have the one at the top which just says "Stay Beautiful"? I'm just loving these words. So I'm actually just going to cut all the way down. These are so simple to cut out as well, because we've actually popped them all together to make it easier. So you just snip in between. Now I need to make a couple of pouches because I've got a few of these words now. So I need to make a couple of pouches to pop them in different colours. So look, just cut down the middle, so you can just go all the way across, cut nice and neatly down the sides. So let's just pop that on, cut the edges off. Don't need those little bits. Where's my ink gone? A little bit of ink on here. So again, you can pop whatever you want on the front. You can add even more embellishments on there. It's entirely up to you, but you have a week to do this, get this up and running and ready to go. I'm just going to pop a little bit more, I think, a little bit of lace underneath there, look, just a little bit, and then pop this on. Oops, come on, out you come. There we go. A little bit of that on there, and then we've got "Stay Beautiful" on there. Look at that, isn't that lovely? Love it. Oopsie daisy. There we go. Love it. So there we go, guys. That is your Friday freebie for this week. So again, it's an ongoing little journal, so we can carry on and make this each week. So if you've got a spare half an hour each week, you can start making this. So there we go, guys. This is the other one. Maybe I'll pop a little word on this one as well in a minute. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. All the details are under the video, so it will tell you how to get hold of the Friday freebies. So do have a look. The words and phrases are in the Etsy shop and our Ko-fi shop. Links will be under the video as well for that. So have a fantastic rest of the day. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next time. All right, guys. Bye bye.